This is the K92.3 All-Star Jam. Y'all, we've got some legends in the building. The show would not be the same without Chad Brock. And, of course, just sitting here with the both of you guys, it's just really nice to have the both of you here. So thank you again for joining us.
Mark Wills, Chad Brock, we're so excited to have y'all here.
We're legends.
That's funny.
Do you realize
That's a
that?
nice, polite way of saying old
You're
people.
old.
You're old people.
Now, hold on, though, because there's a lot of the people that are on the stage today that are going to be singing that they grew up, and you guys were the inspiration.
Well, this thing dates back. So for a little quick, brief tutorial history lesson, this goes back to the Ron Bison days.
Yes,
Yeah.
of
In like
course.
1996, 97, I played the very first golf tournament down here, I believe in 96, before there was an All-Star Jam.
Was
The
it?
Jam wasn't until 97.
But because there was a golf tournament as
Right,
well,
it made it,
as a
yeah.
part of that,
Right.
that is technically,
Right.
even though
Right.
you might not have jammed, you might have just,
Yeah. There used to, and it may still be here. Is there still a place here called Sullivan's?
I don't
You wouldn't know.
Okay, so see,
look at
we
me, I'm
held
the
taking it way
youngest.
back.
we held
dude.
this
Yeah.
we held this first thing at a place called Sullivan's. I'm
Wow.
99% sure.
and we all outlived Sullivan. So
there you go. See,
Sorry,
so
Sully.
it's been a positive thing. We were actually, that's what we were talking about. I was talking about that with Melissa. Is that it's a true testament to a great radio station
Yeah.
and great listeners. Just a great community. When you have something that has had this many incarnations, that's
longevity.
30 years of 29, 30 years of an event, and it's still going strong, and
getting bigger.
and you've moved it to an arena now. I mean, that's just awesome. So congratulations
Thank
to y'all.
you. Thank you. Chad, this is
Yeah.
your 10th All-Star
My
Jam you're
10th,
playing.
yeah.
Do you remember your first one?
I do, and not much about it, but no, it was one of those kind of deals where Warner Brothers goes, "Hey, man, get on the plane. We're going to do the All-Star Jam at K92," and I went, "All right, that's home."
Yeah.
And so I did it 10 years.
Yeah.
I've done this thing 10 years. We go back, Mark and I go back to 1994. So 31 years I've known this guy.
Wow.
A long time. We did a
Long
duet on my
time.
second album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to, when I was singing in Atlanta, before I had my record deal, before Chad had his record deal, before he had songs on the radio, my aunt and uncle owned a duplex.
We were next door neighbors.
We were next door neighbors.
No way.
We had a wall,
Yeah.
literally a wall not as thick as this couch cushion that separated us. So
What are the
so
odds?
we go back that far.
Yeah.
So let's go back. Is there a memory that maybe each of you have of playing an All-Star Jam? I love yours with Blake Shelton.
Yeah, it's-
especially Chad.
I got an interesting phone call from the head of Warner Brothers. One of the times, or maybe the third time I played, Blake was in here. It was his first time, and Blake likes to have a couple. So Jim Ed Norman, who was the president of Warner Brothers, called me and said, "Listen, make sure Blake gets on the airplane." We had like a
Yeah, it's on
6:30
you.
flight.
Your
So
responsibility.
Yeah, because I'm the old guy at Warner Brothers, so I had to knock on his door. He got in at 4:30. I got him out of his bed and to the, to
That
the
is
plane.
so funny. And that was to come down here to
I'm not
All-Star
kidding
Jam.
you. What's that?
That was to come down here to All-Star Jam.
Well, it was to go back home.
Oh, to go home after
yeah, to
All-Star
go home.
Jam.
His career
Oh.
might not have actually taken
You know
off
what?
if it wasn't for you.
You can thank me for that. I did it all. No, then I got him. I blame
Whoa,
him
how'd
for
you-
everything.
Don't blame me.
I do. I blame you for everything.
no, here we go.
Listen, no, Mark's been a dear friend of mine forever. And in a few years back, I was not feeling very good about singing. And Mark goes, "Get your butt up here, boy. Let's do
Aw.
Yes." So he said, "Don't worry about it. I'll sing with you if you can't hit that high note." And I was scared to death. I hadn't done it in a while. And all of a sudden, it just flowed right back out. So I blame him
Wow.
for getting me back out here and doing this again.
Hey.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
a testament, too, to your friendship.
Yeah.
We don't
like
like
him.
each other at all.
No.
Is there a memory that stands out with All-Star Jam for you, Mark?
I think, for the Jam, I mean, I remember playing it at Hard Rock. I remember playing it at,
course.
what was the place downtown?
8 seconds.
I remember playing it, at multiple different places. I remember the golf tournament more than anything because throughout my career, I've always been a big golfer. And so, I remember coming down here with Mike Moore and Bison and all those guys playing those events early on. I remember, I think the last time I was here, Blake was here as well.
Yeah.
And we played it over at Hard Rock.
Yeah.
So it's been a few years for me as well. But, those are they all have great memories, and like anything else, when you kind of get to going back through them in your mind, you have to filter those stories as to what you can tell and what you can't tell. And so my filter is heavily engaged right now, and I'm just saying they were all great memories.
Yeah,
That's
they were
all
all
I'm going to
great.
say.
I got a funny story about this guy.
Okay.
So my daughter is 20, she's 23 now. She's a nurse. She's been dating this really great guy for a very long time, and I give my okay on this. I
right.
love the guy.
Oh, wow, nice.
So she calls me or FaceTimes me the other day and said, listen, Dad, I think he's going to propose, and we're going to, all this kind of stuff. I want Mark to sing at my wedding. And I went,
Oh, how sweet
thanks
is
a
that?
lot. Yeah. Didn't even ask me.
Hey, you
And
got
wanted
the
Mark.
big job, though. You got to walk her down the aisle.
I know I got to walk, and I wouldn't be able to do it anyway. Just the thought of him doing it is like, I want him to, actually.
We actually we talked about this before. When my daughter got married, I was like, listen, you have two choices. And she's like, I have two choices. I was like, yep. You either get crying like a baby all day, you get crying dad, or drunk dad. And my daughter
he don't
goes,
drink.
and I don't drink. And my daughter
That's
goes,
hilarious.
My daughter goes, we've never seen drunk dad. And I was like, game on. So like I walked her down the aisle,
Aw.
and then as soon as the service was over, I took my new son-in-law and his dad and his grandpa and my dad, and we all went to my tour bus and drank an entire bottle. And
You were saying to yourself, finally got one out, and he's her responsibility
yes,
now.
yes, yes, and so that was one of the roughest days of my life.
Mark, how many grandkids do you have? Because I saw you at the Opry a couple years ago with my mom and dad, and at the time, I think your daughter just had her
I had
first
the one. Yeah,
baby.
we have two now.
You have two.
We have I have a 3-year-old turned 3 into June, and then I have a 7-month-old. Both of them little boys.
What's your granddad name? What
Dude.
do they call it? Duke?
Dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I would have happily been Pawpaw,
Yeah.
but my dad's still alive and he's Pawpaw.
Yeah.
And so so we each individually have our names. And
like
my
Dude.
son-in-law, when he's been in our family since he was like 16. So, they started dating like sophomore year.
Wow.
And he would always come to the house and he was like, Mr. Wills, can I have a Coke? And I'm like, dude, you have got to stop. You've got to stop. So it turned into, hey, dude, what's up? And he would, hey, dude,
Yeah.
and that's kind of been our thing.
Nice.
And so when the grandbabies come along, I was like, you always call me
Go
dude.
with it, yeah.
So it's going to be dude. So here we are.
I think it's a grandparent's right. Sometimes
Yeah.
the kids are like, I want them to call you that. No. Like, you
wanna
wouldn't
be
be
called
here
what
if
I
it
wanna
wasn't
be
for
called.
me. I
Exactly.
get to pick this.
That's right.
Well,
know?
so I will tell you that my daughter said, well, now what's going to happen if he calls you doo-doo?
Oh.
Because dude is a hard thing to say for a kid. And I'm not going to tell you what I said.
I'm going to tell you about this, and I am so proud of you, by the way. You don't know. I want to give you a shout out for being an Opry member. That's incredible, dude. I mean, I was so happy when you became an Opry member, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
That is the coolest thing on the planet right
that
there.
has to be one of the coolest
Yeah.
moments of your life, would you say,
You know,
in your career?
When you think about the thousands of people who throughout the last 100 years have recorded country music, have put songs out on the radio, and then I'm the 218th member of the Grand Ole Opry in the last 100 years. So
That's awesome.
that averages out to be
amazing.
about 2 people a year, and I'm extremely honored to call the Opry home for the rest of my life. So
That's
it
awesome.
is very cool.
Can
Thank
you get
dude.
me in over there at all?
I can. I get you in.
He
I
knows a
appreciate
few
it.
people now.
I know some people.
Well, dudes, what a great conversation. Mark Wills, Chad Brock. Guys, thank you. I know I said legends in the beginning, but I'm still going to say it
Hey.
right now. I love you guys.
Legends.
Hey, I'll take that. You take that?
I'll take that.
I'll take that.
I'm old, man.
Legends.
I've been doing this 30 years.
I
I'm
know.
good.
I'm
good,
10
yeah.
years older than you are.
Well, I didn't say you weren't older. I just said I'm old. That's all I said.
See how this goes?
That's funny.
I will tell you this. I
What?
will tell you this much. I'll tell you a funny little story. A buddy of mine came to the bus last night. We played in Atlanta, and he came to the bus, and he has this big long white beard. And my 3-year-old grandson, I said, Huck, can you say hello to Mr. Michael? And he goes, hello, Mr. Michael. Ho, 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 ho.
I've already been asked to be Santa this year.
I love it. I think you should grow that
I'm gonna
way
grow it.
out.
I am. I'm gonna
grow
There
it
you
way
go.
out.
Jamie Johnson.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
You
yes.
should.
No?
I don't have the hair for it.
Well, you could. You know what?
my
You could
Santa to
grow
look
this
like.
out and then comb it over.
Dude, there's no comb overs on this. I promise you.
Too funny. Awesome.
Oh, man.